Hi students, in our previous video we had discussed about expressing the concentration of solution. Three methods were discussed. What are they? Mass by mass, volume by volume and mass by volume are the three methods were discussed in our previous video. And in this video we are going to continue with the remaining methods of expressing the concentration of the solution. Among them, the one that is followed up is the fourth type, parts per million. Parts per million. Here, this is applied whenever the solute is present in trace quantities. When do we apply this one? When the solute is present in the trace quantities. It is applied when the solute is in trace quantity in the solution. Trace quantity in solution. What is meant by trace quantity? Trace, you need to trace where it is. It is very least amount. Now, what is the general equation we are going to give here? The parts per million. Parts per million. It is whereas part of the component in the solution, by total parts of all the components in the solution into million means 10 to the power of 6 zeros. So we can write that 1 after 6 zeros as 10 to the power of 6 zeros. So ppm, the formula of it is part of the component in the solution by total parts of all the components in the solution. Generally, we give this one to identify the trace quantity of solute in the solution. One of the example, let us study first. Then we can clearly understand. We are going to express this one in the million part. Out of the million, one part we are going to discuss. One of the example that we are using is in the sea water. There will be many solute particles. What is the solute particle? That is present in less than amount than the solvent. What is solvent in the sea water? Water is the solvent in the sea water. So many solute particles will be present. Among that, there will be some amount of dissolved oxygen for the existence of aquatic animals. That dissolved oxygen, or we can simply use oxygen in sea water. It is present as 6 into 10 to the power of minus 3 grams per 1 liter. How many grams is present per 1 liter? 6 into 10 to the power of minus 3 grams. Very less amount. But how do we need to express? We need to express it in ppm. They are asking us how much does this do in ppm? Express in ppm. How many parts of the oxygen will be present in the million parts? So let us see here. We know 1 liter we are expressing in grams as 1000 grams. How are we expressing as 1000 grams? So 6 into amount of oxygen is present. Shall we make like a crisscross method? Like 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into 10 to the power of 6 by 1000. How can we have this is positive, this is negative, and still we have 10 to the power of 3 we can say. 10 to the power of 3 by 1000 we have only 6. 6 means this is 6 parts per million. 6 parts per million is present. Means the ppm of oxygen in the ppm of oxygen in the seawater is 6 parts per million. Is 6 parts per million. Means very less parts out of the million. Let us take one more example. Let us see the second example. CaCO3 calcium carbonate in seawater is 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 grams per 1 liter. Per 1 liter how many grams is present? 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 grams. Find the ppm of calcium carbonate. Find the ppm of calcium carbonate. The similar process we apply. 1 liter is equal to 1000 grams. 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 grams of calcium carbonate is present in 1 liter we mentioned. Then for 10 to the power of 6 grams, how much of compound will be present? So 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into 10 to the power of 6 by 1000. So we can cancel the same. 10 to the power of 3 and 3, we have only the 2 grams per million. 2 grams per million. So what is the ppm of calcium carbonate? The ppm of CaCO3 is only 2. ppm of CO3 is only 2. Let us see the next one, mole fraction. What is this one? Mole fraction. We had already learned the mole fraction in our previous classes, but still we are going to learn about this further with some of the examples also. In general, mole fraction, it is represented as x. How is it represented as the x? Mole fraction is represented as the x. We are discussing about binary solutions. What are we discussing about? Binary solutions. Means a solution is made up of 2 components. A solution is made up of 2 components. Let us see. The solution is made up of 2 components. Component A plus component B. If you want to know the mole fraction of any one of the component, mole fraction of any one of the component, let us see about to calculate the mole fraction of the A. Mole fraction of the A. Then I need to know how many number of moles of A are present from the total number of moles. What is the one? We need to have the formula as mole fraction is equal to number of moles of a component, number of moles of a component by total number of moles of all the components. All the components. What the formula is here? Mole fraction is equal to number of moles of a component by total number of moles of all the components. Let us see. Our binary solution is having how many components? 2 components. Component A and component B. I want to calculate the mole fraction of A. want to calculate the mole fraction of A. In general, how is the mole fraction represented? With X. See, the component that is going to be represented. Component that is going to be represented. It will be represented on the right hand side suffix for X. Right hand side suffix for X. Suffix on right side for X means we are going to represent the component A. So the mole fraction of A, mole fraction of A. How to calculate the mole fraction of A? XA is equal to number of moles of the component. What is the component for mole fraction we are going to discuss? A. So number of moles of the A by total number of moles of all the components. How many components are present? A and B. So number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. If you want to calculate the mole fraction of one of the component, we can express as mole fraction of the component is equal to number of moles of the component by total number of moles of all the components in the solution. How do you express the mole fraction of B? Mole fraction of B is equal to number of moles of B by total number of moles present in the solution. By total number of moles present in the solution. Observe the main key points on it. This total number of moles, they will be equal to 1. If there are 2, they will be equal to 1. If there are more number also, they will be equal to 1. For example, a solution is having some infinite number. We want to calculate further. So xi is equal to infinite number of moles. Infinite means it starts with 1 compulsory. Infinite number of moles. So whatever it may be, if there are 2, their sum will be equal to 1. If they are infinite, that is x1 plus x2 plus x3 up to infinity, their sum will be also equal to 1. Means if you know the mole fraction of one of the substance, you can subtract it from 1. For example, you had calculated the mole fraction of A. You had calculated mole fraction of A. How is the mole fraction of A represented? Then how will you calculate mole fraction of B? Shall we write 1 minus XA? Then we can get the mole fraction of B. So once we calculate the XA mole fraction, we can automatically get the mole fraction of B by taking 1 minus A. By removing the one of the component mole fraction, we can get another mole fraction. Let us do one problem or two other problems on this topic, numerical problems. Let us see one of the numerical on this topic. Calculate the mole fraction of ethylene glycol present in 20% mass by mass in the solution. Calculate the mole fraction of ethylene glycol of 20% in mass by mass in the solution. Mass by mass they are given in the solution. Generally, ethylene glycol, whenever we take this down, we must know the formula of ethylene glycol. The formula of ethylene glycol is as follows. CH2, CH2 both sides will have OH. But molecular formula, how do we give? How many carbons are there? 2 carbons are there. How many hydrogens are there? 4 and 2. 6 hydrogens are there. Oxygens, how many are present? 2 oxygens are present. So this is what the molecular formula of the ethylene glycol. Here the ethylene glycol is given present in 20 percentage mass by mass. We have already mentioned mass by mass when they had given in any percentage. First of all, our target is to see the percentage given. The given percentage of ethylene glycol is equal to 20%. What does this mean? From 100 grams of solution, you must remove this 20 grams out of the 100 grams of the solution. Ethylene glycol is 20 grams. Out of 100 grams of solution, ethylene glycol is 20 grams. What is ethylene glycol? It is having less amount. Shall we call this one as the solute? We can call this one as the solute. And what is the remaining 80% with? The remaining 80% with the water. 80% with the water. So from this 100 grams of solution, if you remove this 20% of 20 grams of ethylene glycol, the remaining solvent mass. What is the solvent here? H2O mass. 100 minus 20. So what is the mass of water that is going to be used here? Mass of water that is going to be used here is the 80 grams. Why did we brought this point of view? Because we know in a given solution, how many components are present? 2 components are present. What are the 2 components here? A and B we mentioned. What is ethylene glycol? Ethylene glycol is A. That is C2H6O2 is the A and B is the water. What are they asking? Calculate the mole fraction of ethylene glycol. So first we need to calculate the mole fraction of ethylene glycol. What is the formula we know? Mole fraction of C2H6O2 is equal to number of moles of ethylene glycol by number of moles of ethylene glycol plus number of moles of water. Is this not the formula? Mole fraction of ethylene glycol is equal to number of moles of ethylene glycol by number of moles of ethylene glycol plus number of moles of water. Now, whenever we want to calculate number of moles, we need to know one formula. Mass of the component by molecular mass of the component. I want to call molar mass of the component. What is the formula we have to calculate the number of moles? Mass of the component by molar mass of the component. Whatever it may be, you must use this formula. So let us continue finding out the mole fraction of ethylene glycol. Let us see how to calculate the number of moles of ethylene glycol. What is the formula to calculate number of moles of any component? Mass of the component by molar mass of the component. So let us first calculate the number of moles of ethylene glycol. Number of moles of ethylene glycol. That is C2H6O2. Mass of ethylene glycol by molar mass of ethylene glycol. What is the mass of ethylene glycol? You know, we got the mass of ethylene glycol. 20% of ethylene glycol is made. Means out of 100 grams, it is only 20 grams of ethylene glycol. Mass of ethylene glycol is given percentage. That is 20 grams of ethylene glycol. by molar mass of ethylene glycol. Means for 1 mole, how much of one molecule of ethylene glycol, when you express its mass in grams, this is called as the molar mass. So first of all, let us calculate molecular mass, that is molar mass of ethylene glycol. What are the atoms here we have? Carbons. How many carbons are there? 2 carbons are there. Mass of one carbon is 12 grams into 2 atoms of carbon plus hydrogens are 6. But what is the mass of one hydrogen? 1 gram into 6 plus oxygens are 2. But what is the mass of one oxygen? 16 grams. 16 grams into 2. So once we get this one, we will be getting 62 grams mole inverse. We are expressing the molar mass of ethylene glycol in molar mass. So 62 grams mole inverse. So we can also find out the molar mass of water. Molar mass of water. What is the molar mass of water? What is the molar mass of ethylene glycol? We got 62 grams mole inverse. Molar mass of water. How many? What is the formula of water we have? H2O. H2O means 2 hydrogens are present. Each is having 1 gram. Oxygen is 16 gram into 1. So it's around only 18 grams. So these values we must calculate first before we go into the question. So molar mass of ethylene glycol, how much we got? 62 grams mole inverse. Molar mass of ethylene glycol, we need to substitute this one, 62 grams mole inverse. So grams and grams we cancel out. How much we are getting? 20 by 62, 0.322 moles. What is the number of moles of ethylene glycol we got? 0.322 moles. Now we need to calculate the number of moles of water. We need to calculate the number of moles of water. How much we got, children? Number of moles of ethylene glycol. Number of moles of ethylene glycol we got 0.322 moles we got. Now we are substituting the value in the form of formula number of moles of ethylene glycol. We know we need to calculate mole fraction of ethylene glycol. So number of moles of ethylene glycol by total number of moles. Total number of moles means number of moles of ethylene glycol plus number of moles of water. We are substituting again the number of moles of ethylene glycol plus number of moles of water. How to calculate number of moles of water? The number of moles of water is equal to mass of water by molar mass of water. Mass of H2O by molar mass of H2O. Molar mass of H2O. Here solution is having how much percentage of ethylene glycol? 20% of ethylene glycol. Means remaining 80% is water. Means out of the solution 20 grams of ethylene glycol is there and 80 grams of water is present. Means this is the mass of the water we need to find out from the solution. So 80 grams of water by molar mass of water. We got 80 grams mole inverse. So it is around 4.44 moles. How much is around? 4.44 moles. So substitute the value there 4.44 moles. 4.44 moles in the number of moles of water. So after solving by 0.322 by 0.322 plus 4.444 moles, how much you are getting? Please check the answer line. 0.0675 the mole fraction of ethylene glycol. The mole fraction of ethylene glycol. is 0.0675. From out of 1, if you remove this one, you will get the mole fraction of the water. So in the next video, we will be discussing about molarity and molarity. Thank you, student.